So we're still waiting for some people to pop in. Brian said he's going to be about an hour late. Yeah, as soon as we're done here, we're packing up and going to Hermiston for a Super Bowl party. So,
Oh.
Should be amusing.
Finally got the exterior ends of the barrel with a finish I'm satisfied with, so I've done some test installs.
I saw those pictures. That looks really good.
How's it going, guys?
Howdy.
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Chris, I don't know if Sil told you she's not playing this week, so I'll be running her character again.
Okay, that's acceptable. I know that she has some debilitating hours.
Well, right now she's with one of her coworkers. She's doing a mud run.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Played her last night's game. Went to work and now is going to a mud run on like no sleep.
Right. Yeah. Jeez. Yikes.
I was like, good luck on that.
Right.
I wouldn't plan a mud run if I had a good night.
That's true. Right. Yeah.
What was funny is when she went and did the paperwork yesterday to pick up the passes, they gave her medal already. So I'm like, do you really have to do it if you got the medal?
Right.
I take the participation trophy to a different level.
Right. It's an anticipation trophy.
Yep.
Okay, so welcome to Storm King's Thunder. We will be picking up where we left off last week. Before we get started, I'd like to thank this week's friend of the Greenwater Guildhall. If you're watching on Twitch, scroll down, you should see some tiles there. Each of those tiles will lead to a website. It should be noted that none of these are sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They are just products that we really like. This week, we would like to showcase Dogmight Games. Dogmight Games makes beautiful wooden accessories for your tabletop games, such as DM screens, player vaults, or rather player pads. They have rolling trays, dice vaults, dice towers. They have a ton of products. All of them can be customized. Usually, if you order something that is customized, it's going to take roughly 6 to 8 weeks from time of purchase to ship. However, they have a lot of items that are usually in stock. You should check out their in-stock items if you're looking for something right away. And those in-stock items usually ship in 1 to 2 business days from time of purchase. If you are interested, we have a code for you that will give you 10% off the entire inventory. When you check out, just use the code FRIEND in all capital letters, and you will get the 10% discount. If you are a fan of our Wednesday night Traveler game, you should check out our Traveler website via Obsidian Portal. The adventure log is done in a manner of news articles from the Traveler News Service. And it doesn't just detail what the characters are up to, it details events in the region as a whole. Some of those events may indirectly affect the travelers. Others are just bits and pieces of information of what is going on. If you enjoy the page, please give us a fan like, and we hope you like the content. So where we left off last week, you guys had gone back to see the snail, and wanting to know what the hell is going on with this tower that he promised you. And also, it wasn't just he that promised you the tower. It was also Baroness Wynne. And when you went to investigate tower, it was currently being dismantled by 6 stone giants. And you wanted to know, hey, what the hell is with that? You know, if you're going to give us a tower, why is it currently occupied by stone giants? And in the process of this negotiation, Weeben snuck up behind the snail, put a knife to his throat and one to his kidneys, and then intimidated him with a natural 20, wanting to know, what is the deal, what is going on, what's really happening here. And the snail's last statement was holding up his hands, saying, wait, I didn't know Baroness Wynne was trying to take over Daggerford. And that's where we left off. So Weeben still has the snail at knife point. How do you respond to this statement?
Does he know what happened to the Duchess?
I'm letting Weeben run this at the moment. Like, he's got something planned, I guess.
Well, yeah, you guys are going to have to ask your questions because Weeben is going to be an hour late. So.
Oh, that's right. Damn it.
So, Smokey, you ask him, what happened to the Duchess. So, the snail's response to that, he's not aware that there's anything wrong with the Duchess. To his knowledge, the Duchess is actually has been holed up inside the ducal castle here in Daggerford. Nobody has seen her for several weeks, but to his knowledge, there's nothing in particular has happened to her. He tells you that he was hired by Baroness Wynne Cromm. Anybody else?
Shit, I'm not sure.
So he tells you that he was brought in by Baroness Wynne. At first, he thought that he was hired in as kind of intelligence gathering, and maybe if the Baroness needed some form of backup, that the Zentrum would act as backup for her. But then it changed when Wynne brought him a ducal decree that assigned the Zentrum forces to be the town militia, which is, as you've already known, completely unheard of. That's never happened in Daggerford before. Daggerford has always had their own town militia that is pretty much trained by Sir Istival. But he's not going to, he's a mercenary. He's not going to say no to money. So that's how they ended up in the position that they're in. And it slowly came to be that, or he figured out, that Wynne is in the process of trying to consolidate power here in Daggerford. Baroness Wynne is actually, she is the last of of the Cromm line. And the Cromms were about 10 to 15 miles southwest of Daggerford is a small keep called Cromm's Hold. And Cromm's Hold, I think I described it before. It sits in the Lizard Marsh. It used to sit on the edge of the Lizard Marsh, but the marsh has kind of grown, and so it's in this swampy land. And Baroness Wynne being the last of her line, took over Cromm's Hold, and basically. She always proclaims Cromm's Hold as the first line of defense as far as any of the wickedness that comes out of the Lizard Marsh. And there is quite a bit of wickedness in the marsh. There's a couple of black dragons. The most notable of them is an adult black dragon, but he's not the only one. There is the Blue Feather tribe of lizard folk, and there are a couple of tribes of bullywugs. So, it stands to reason that if there is some kind of invasion coming from Lizard Marsh, Cromm's Hold, I suppose, if you were to take an extreme view, could be the first line of defense. But she holds Cromm's Hold with a minimal force, with the idea being that the lizard folk tribes and the bullywugs, they're going to have, they're going to be less on the technological side than Cromm's Hold. So they are confident with their minimal force that they can put down any threat, or at the very least get a messenger out to Daggerford to, rally the forces. Recently, though, she has made numerous trips back and forth from Cromm's Hold to Daggerford, spending time spending time doing something in the ducal estate. Nobody is really sure of what, but it is his impression that she is attempting to consolidate power. And this is a picture of Baroness Wynne in full armor.
So to consolidate power, she'd have to get rid of the Duchess, right?
Yeah.
Does the snail care about that at all? Like, could something come down upon the Zentrum because they participated in the ousting of a Duchess? Does it matter?
As far as the Zentrum are concerned, the way the snail describes it is that the Zentrum aren't concerned with the politics of high nobles. They do what they're going to do, and the Zentrum are going to keep being there no matter what. So the Zents are in it for the money. But he stresses again, he is not aware that anything has actually happened to the Duchess. He says maybe Morwen Daggerford has decided that she's going to step down, and the Baroness Wynne will take over rulership of Daggerford. So the other thing that you guys know is up until probably about 2 months ago, Daggerford has been run fairly well. About, I don't know, probably a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, Morwen Daggerford's brother, who was the Duke, Maldwyn, was killed in Daggerford. There was a very messy business of a open portal to hell over at Dragonspear Castle, and the town was infiltrated by devils. And the plot was uncovered by adventurers, and in the final fight, Maldwyn was killed by a pit fiend. And the adventurers ended up putting down the pit fiend. And that is when Morwen... At first, Morwen was originally the quartermaster for the town. But the townsfolk really wanted Morwen to take over, as did the town council. And what transpired was that originally there was the practice of primogeniture going on in Daggerford, where only males could inherit the ducal estate. The town council changed the charter in order to allow Morwen to take over. And in the past 5 years, Daggerford has been run excellently. Things have been prosperous. The town hasn't come under any financial strains. Their relationship with Waterdeep has been good. Things have been fairly prosperous. And then, like 2 months ago, all of this started happening with the Black Network coming in and taking over the town militia, and Baroness Wynne coming and going frequently. So something's going on, but he is not under any impression that Morwen Daggerford is missing. He says as far as he knows, she's in the ducal estate, doing whatever it is that she's doing.
Does he have more of a way to verify if she's alive or not than we do, though?
He not particularly. He's not really in the. He's not particularly in, the inner circle with the Duchess. He has some meetings occasionally with, with Baroness Wynne.
Okay.
So it should be also noted that Baroness Wynne had mentioned that that Cromm's hold was under attack by numerous or by lizard folk forces that were being led by a black dragon. And the black dragon, from what she described, it sounds like a young black dragon. But, she wanted to hire you guys to go kind of take care of the problem and invited you to Cromm's hold.
It made it seem like a trap to me because we were promised the tower as a reward.
Yeah, maybe.
Steve kind of feels like maybe we should just kill them all and take over the town ourselves.
That's a possibility.
When you can't trust anybody, kill them all.
With the Zentrum running security, it's almost like a crime syndicate coming in to run the town.
Right.
So what is it that Baroness Wynne is trying to move through the town with the security that she's got?
Right. That's a good question. So
It seems like that's very the world is mine. Say hello to my little friends. Happening in Daggerford.
Right. And so presently you are in the River Shining Tavern, and it should be noted or reminded that the entire reason that you came to Daggerford was to talk to Lily, which is Oren's sister, at the Happy Cow Tavern, and they initially wanted you. They were being shaken down by the Zentrum. The Happy Cow Tavern is run by the Hard Cheese halfling family, and the Hard Cheese, the Happy Cow barely breaks even as far as a business goes. Where their profits come from is from a money lending business. But they're unlike the Zentrim, they tend to lend money to people that actually need it. The low-end peasant farmer that needs to borrow money to bolster his herd or to buy seed because his crop died due to blight or a bad winter or whatever, can go to the Hardcheese family. And if they can't pay it back on time, it's not like the Hardcheese go and break their knees. They work with them. Whereas the Zentrim go and, break arms and legs unless they get paid. Now, right now, to kind of force the Hardcheese family out, the Zentrim are offering interest-free loans. And so the Hardcheese family initially had asked you guys to go to the River Shining Tavern and talk to the snail to try and, get him to understand that, this isn't in the best interest of the town. Maybe we can work out something, yada, yada. And it led to where you are currently at. His counter was, hey, screw the Hardcheeses. Why don't you work, come do some stuff for me. Don't accept any quests or missions from Duchess Morwen Daggerford, and we'll give you this tower.
Hey guys, what do you guys think about taking out a large loan with these people, interest free, and then killing them? Like, yeah, can I get 1,000 gold piece loan? Yeah, cool. Stab.
I also wonder if we should go to the Marsh to see what's in the keep over there or not. It's not too far, right?
No, it's only like 10 miles.
Well, it seems like, why would you make trips back and forth unless there's something weird there, either to check up on or to transport? So maybe she's expecting us to get killed over there, but if we're careful, maybe we'll be just fine, and then we can raid the keep, and maybe the snail should go with us.
Take him hostage and take him hostage and bring him with you?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if we need to throw something into Dragon Jaws as we have something.
Yeah, I definitely feel like we either have to go investigate Wynn's keep or check on the Duchess ourselves. If it's Wynne that promised the tower and the tower is being dismantled, then I say we go there, and figure out what they're up to.
Okay, so you want to head to Cromm's Hold?
If that's okay with everyone else.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, plan is any.
But it feels like we got to collect one way or another. And if there's no tower, off we go.
We'll call Stabby Plan B.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or sub-plan 1A. Because it could still be part of the initial plan. But like the step 2 of plan 1, I don't know.
So
I bet you have lockpick team, until Weaven can show up. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
So as you are, so one of the other things that the snail tried to promise you is that each of you would get a horse if you wanted it, with free stabling and free stabling whenever you're in Daggerford. That offer is, of course, still on the table. He's completely amicable. Are you tying him up, or what are you doing?
I want him to come look with us since he doesn't know what he's getting into with the Duchess.
Okay. Well, I mean, he doesn't really want to go, so I mean, are you dragging him along? What are you doing?
I thought we using persuasion.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know if Weeben wants to keep a knife to his throat the entire way.
Does he not want to go because he knows he's trying to fuck us? Is that what's happening here?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
That's what I think. I think that's what it's got to be, is because he's like, oh golly, I don't know what happened to that woman. I think that she's fine about the Duchess, and like, gosh, I don't know anything about anything. It seems like clearly he's in bed with the Baroness and knows that there's some sketchy shit happening over there, and is not interested in going because he knows. Because he's like, gosh, I don't know why no one's getting paid. I don't know why this is happening. I don't know why that is happening. Well, obviously he knows.
So whoever wants to either make a persuasion or intimidation check, depending on how you want to do it. Weeben still has a knife to the guy's throat, so I guess it would be intimidation. You can make that check with advantage.
And Steve will look all puffy with wings out and looking all menacing also.
Okay.
I didn't do so great. Someone else try and be scarier than me.
Well, I got a +7 to intimidate.
I think you should definitely roll because I have all the charisma of a banana peel. So I'm not effective at getting anybody to do anything.
I have even less, but that's because I'm looking at him like I'm gonna eat him still.
Well, that's a nat 20 for a total of 27.
Okay. So once again, with a nat 20 on intimidate, the snail tells one of his major domos. He says, "You're going to take over operations here while I'm gone. I suspect that we'll be back in 2 to 3 days. Hold down the fort." As you are leaving the River Shining, you step out of the River Shining Tavern and you see that there is a small crowd of people amassing at the front gate of the ducal estate, and standing on a small podium or a small stage, you see Duchess Morwyn Daggerford declaring publicly that she has disbanded the town militia, that all militia activities guarding the town of Daggerford will be formally taken over by the Zentrum. She asked the people to please bear with her during this trying time, and that the Zentrum should be afforded all courtesy and respect given to the town guard. And pretty much she says, that's it. And a couple of her guards, she steps off the stage, a couple of her guards come over, they pick up this little two-step stage that she was standing on, and she heads back to the ducal estate. So you have physically seen her. She's there.
Or so it appears. Or maybe
there-
I don't know.
Is there any way to check for like mind control? Just wondering if she's like being puppeted by someone, or even just from a perception standpoint, like, does she seem scared as she says it? Like she's being compelled to say,
no,
everything's great.
She seems like she's in full control. She seems that she's confident in what she's saying. She doesn't appear to be frightened in any way.
Okay.
Well, maybe it's something weirder. I don't know. That is pretty strange, though. Like, our guard was working out great, but we're going to hire a bunch of criminals. So bear with me during this trying time when we switch over to criminal brand security.
Unless she's in on it.
That's what I'm thinking. She's probably getting a fat kickback. Crooked ass politicians. God damn
Yeah, that could be it.
There's totally lobbyists involved here somewhere.
How far away from her are we?
You're quite a ways. You're probably a good, 90 feet.
Mm.
You're like 60 feet from the back of the crowd. And it's not like the entire town came out. It was, just people that were milling about in the streets doing whatever that were outside, came to hear what she had to say.
I could hit her with 2 Eldritch Blast and pull her 20 feet closer to us if we feel that way. Oh, no, you come here.
I cast Detect Thoughts and want to listen to the snail's reaction to the Duchess talking.
Give me just a sec. I'll be right back.
You're just standing there like, did I leave the stove on at home? Like, not even paying attention to what's happening?
Does Scaly ever listen to our thoughts?
My feat only lets me broadcast telepathy, but it lets me cast Detect Thoughts once a day, which is an active spell that you would see me casting.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have the
You're
ability to listen in. I would have to use the spell in a little more obvious sense.
Don't cast it on me, you won't hear a lot.
I just think it's funny to inject my voice or a quip into an enemy's psyche while we're killing them.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, it lets me tell you what I plan to do when I'm in wild shape form, since I don't have English speaking.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you spoke common for some reason.
Not when I'm a bear or a hyena.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. All right. I thought you were saying before you turn into it, you couldn't tell us.
Jeff,
But I get what you're saying now. Okay.
Jeff, have you ever seen the movie Real Genius?
Yep, lots.
The whole part, like when you talk about telepathy and the enemy, it just always reminds me of them messing with the guy at the end.
Yeah, they got the chip in his mouth.
Jesus is watching you.
Let's talk about the bowl of Jell-O, Ken.
Right.
So, you cast Detect Thoughts on Morwen Daggerford, and what comes back is like high-pitched ringing and static.
Well, technically, I cast it on myself, but she's too far away. I wanted to hear what the snail's reaction mentality was.
Oh, his surface thoughts are, see, I'm vindicated. She's right there.
Not, it's all going according to plan. This is working out perfectly.
No, he's like, I no, it was more of like an exasperated, feeling of, I wasn't lying. You can see her for yourself. She's right there.
Mm.
Tell us, Snail, you're coming along.
Okay, so you guys are still heading to the Lizard Marsh then?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, the Lizard Marsh, on here. So, the Delimbra River, unlike most rivers, the Delimbra River doesn't flow down and just, dump out over a bar into the sea. Instead, it kind of breaks up into hundreds of little tributaries that peter out into the surrounding land, creating this swampy marsh. And then the marsh itself just kind of galumps into the ocean. kind of like some of the areas that Jeff and I know on Government Island, where it's, yeah, oh, there's a stream here, and then it turns into a mud flow. That's more or less the marsh. And the marsh, as you get to it, it is, yes, Cromm's Hold is only 10 miles away, which shouldn't take too long, except that the marsh, everything is difficult moving through the marsh. And so you're looking at the better part of a day and a half just trying to get through the marsh to get to Cromm's Hold, because there's very little solid ground. Every step you take is, almost to your knees in mud as you're tromping through. And then every once in a while you'll find, an area where there is some harder ground that you can move on, and then it eventually peters out and turns into more mud. And all of the insects here are the bitey, stingy type, from horseflies to mosquitoes. The insects aren't so bad here right now because it is winter. And the ground has firmed up a little bit, but it is not of freezing temperature enough to solidify the mud much more than turn it into a thick paste.
And now it's cold mud.
And now it's cold mud.
Steve will fly as much as possible,
Okay.
circling with the party, but trying to touch that too much.
Okay.
Same thing for me on my broom. I can walk on top of it if I wanted to, but I'd rather just be on my broom.
Right. Hold on just a second here.
Just double check. We're still level 6, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, you can plan. Level 6 is going to last a little while. There's really one more major leg involved before you're going to get 7.
Cool, no worries.
Essentially, you'll get 7 once we get through this chapter. This is one of those chapters in the D&D campaigns where it's kind of designed to send you all over the area to, I don't know, kind of be on a tour. Oh, this is the campaign area. Several adventures, the sandbox adventures have them.
Well, it seems like it's a focus towards the RPing versus just endless grinding.
Some of it, yes. Yeah, there is some of that.
Trying to break up that monotony.
Well, some of that it was from me because this chapter in particular doesn't give a whole lot of guidance. It just gives a bunch of areas and like 1 or 2 paragraphs of, okay, well, this is the quest. Here are these 2 paragraphs, and that's it. And I'm like, well, that I can't run a game like that, so I have to improvise. And this particular part of the adventure is listed, but they don't have any kind of adventure involved. And I'm like, this is a pretty major thing. I'm not going to let this. I can't let this slide. This is a pretty big reveal for 5e as a whole. And we've been playing, I've been playing for 5 or 6 years. You guys have been with me for a little over 3. It's time that you get let in on the secret. So, because it has ramifications to almost every campaign that you ran since we first met.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's one of those kinds of reveals. And I just think it's funny that They didn't detail this one, but they detailed the one about Waterdeep. In fact, they did an entire campaign about that one. I mean, it's only a 5-level mini campaign, but they detailed it. I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. I guess you got to pick and choose your battles, but Jesus. So, you guys enter the Lizard Marsh. Everybody make a perception check.
I rolled a 3. I go, oh, I thought there'd be more lizards.
Perception. Flat 14.
Okay.
I got a 22.
Nice.
I got a 20.
Okay. So, Zenquinol and Staley got it. Give me just a moment. All right. So, Scaly and Zenquinol. Well, and first of all, who is leading the party? I guess Smokey, you're the ranger, right?
Yeah, but Bailey can fly and is from here. So I kind of assumed he'd be in the front.
Okay. So, Scaly, you and Zenquinol, both, you can spot some movement. It seems like something, so the reeds here are quite tall. I mean, these reeds are at least as tall as Smokey. You spot movement in that several somethings is moving through the tall grass, and you can hear every once in a while like the sucking sound of something pulling its foot out of the deep mud ahead of you. And you
broadcast telepathy to tell people something's incoming, but I don't know if they're hostile or not.
you spot that there are several lizard folk warriors heading your way. Oops, that's the wrong button. Okay. Everybody can roll initiative.
They only want to talk first? They just want to roll up and start it?
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, we know who's going last. And what about Clitoris? Okay. Okay. So, Scaly uses telepathy to tell you guys that there is something coming. Steve Devil, what would you like to do?
Where's the things coming from?
So Scaly detected that they are coming from over here. And here. And then it seems like some of them may be trying. Zinquinol sees that there are some coming from down below to the south of you in a flanking maneuver. So essentially to the west, southwest, and south.
There. Steve will fly to over here. Throw icon on him. Oh, looks like some wings.
There you go.
And I will see if I can see anybody over there to hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Let's see. What is your passive perception?
Well, my passive perception's crap. It's 10.
Yeah, you don't see anybody.
But he's sure they're there?
He and Zinquinal could hear them, and they saw some reeds moving. You could hold an action until they make themselves known.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and hold off.
Okay.
I'll do a defensive stance instead of ready in action.
Okay. So any attacks against you will be at disadvantage.
That seems more good for the moment.
Okay.
So no, that's it. Bonus action. Yeah, I'm good.
All right. And what do you want Clitoris to do?
What does she want to do? Maybe she has a better passive. What's her passive? She will step over here and see if she, what's that distance? Yeah, she can get to there. She'll step over by this bush and see if she can peek around and see anybody.
Okay. What is Clitoris's passive perception?
12.
She sees nothing.
She will take defensive stance.
Okay. Okay. So down here, you hear a splash. In the water. And you then see that there are two guys right here, and they are both going to throw javelins at Steve the Devil. And the first one's going to miss with a 10. He gets a second throw. Shit, he gets 10 again. Second one is going to throw two javelins. 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Oh, wait. He has disadvantage.
I was going to say, depending on Steve's height.
21 to hit.
That hits.
For 4 points of piercing damage. And his second throw. Soft 20 to hit. Which is good for you because the other one was a nat 20.
This one, that's definitely going to hit.
So 8 points of piercing damage. From over here, Clitoris hears a splash. This one can't quite get into range, but he's going to get right up in her face. And there are two right here. They're both going to throw javelins at disadvantage. 14 probably misses.
Yes.
And I know a 7 misses. The other one, 17 to hit.
Nope.
And last one misses with a 9. Then down here, are 2 more. This one is going to make 2 javelin attacks on Scaly. Miss with a
50 feet up.
miss with a 6. $19 to hit.
So that does.
For 7 points of piercing damage. And man, this one. I was going to make 2 at disadvantage. A 9 misses. And an 8 misses. All right. Smokey, what would you like to do? So you have some, from Smokey, you have some right down here.
Okay. Let's see. That's not too far. Move over here and I'll put the hunter's mark on that one as my bonus action.
Okay, let me throw a hunter's mark on him.
And then I'll shoot my longbow.
All right.
Um, 16 to hit.
That hits.
Yay! I don't think I actually get to do the hunter's mark thing until we're below H or
You can't cast that spell?
No, I can do it. It just won't do the extra damage until they've lost at least like 1 HP from their total. I believe that's how it works. Am I thinking of something else?
I thought that it automatically gave you.
Yeah. I think there's a feat that does different things if they've taken damage already, but I don't think Hunter's Mark has any connection to their current hit points.
Yeah, no.
I'm confusing it.
Yeah, let's see. Until spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to target whenever you hit with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on any wisdom perception or wisdom survival check you make to find it.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, he takes an extra 1d6.
It's 6 points of damage altogether, and then.
Okay. All right. Do you get... You have a second attack.
Do I with the bow?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, I will.
Yeah, because the bow doesn't have the loading action. It's not complicated like a crossbow.
I rolled a 2.
Ah.
Yeah.
All right. So, and you've already done a bonus action. Any additional movement that you want to do?
Let's see. guess I can maybe take a little cover over there.
Okay.
I think that's about all I can do with my turn.
Yeah, the foliage will give you half cover, so +2 to your AC. Zinquinel, what would you like to do?
I would like to hit. Let me see. Hold on just a second. This guy with Toll of the Dead.
Okay. He gets. Is that a wisdom save or a con?
Saving.
Is
It is. I think I tried to pick the one that was wisdom. Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay.
Because he doesn't seem that smart. I'm hoping.
19 to save.
Dang it! Then I'd just like to cast a spiritual weapon as my bonus action and hit him with that instead.
Okay. Actually, hold on here.
It would be great if that would actually work out.
I actually had something for spiritual weapon.
So that was a 25 to hit. Yes. I love it. I'd like to spiritually pierce him through the heart. Just sort of my approach to my social life in general.
So your spiritual weapon is over here, and you hit with a 25.
He did. And 9 points of damage.
Okay.
That's my action, my bonus action. I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to move over just a little and try and pick up some cover. Like, about there.
Okay.
No.
All right. So you have half cover for +2 bonus to your AC. Mr. Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will cast Tidal Wave.
Oh, shit. Okay. Is that in Player's Handbook or Xanathar's?
It says it's in EE, page 168.
Did these lizards bully you before?
What's that?
Did they bully you, these lizards? You know these guys.
If I don't recognize them, I'm not going to mess around with them. They're not friends.
EE. I don't. It must be Xanathar's guide.
It says Elemental Evil.
Oh, Elemental Evil. Okay. I've got that one too. Yeah, I keep forgetting there's spells in here too. So they have to make a dex saving throw.
Yep, 15.
That's unfortunate for them. They got a 14.
Mm-hmm.
So
27 points, and they're all 3 prone.
there's no unprotected flames, but how much damage did you do?
27, and they're prone.
Well, they're not prone. They're dead.
Good, better. Technically prone.
Right. Well, yeah.
And I'll fly up another 50 feet.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you are up another 50 feet. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Let's see, what does Steve want to do? His people are still there. Double check measurements. Let's say 10. Steve's gonna fly to over here. So I'm at 10 foot off the ground, 10 foot from them, and I'm gonna hit them with a burning hands.
Okay, so you could get both these guys. They get a deck save. Oh, they only got a 3 on their deck save.
Let's see. These guys. 9 damage.
Okay. He's still up. This guy. They're both still up, actually. Okay. Bonus action?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Now, what would you like Cleetaris to do?
Well, since those people are dead, still one back over there, right?
There are, let's see, yeah, there's one back there.
Distance. What is her range? Well, she's going to pull out her short bow and take a couple pot shots.
Okay.
Well, she's switching weapons. She takes one shot. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Cute. 5 damage.
Okay. All right, so he's still up.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and hold for there.
Okay. Okay. Oh, hold on just a moment. The fuck? Sorry, guys. Give me just a second. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. So that was Cleitaris' turn. The lizard folk. This one that Cleitaris just hit is going to move into melee attack range. And he's going to try and wail on her. He is going to use a heavy club and a spiked shield. His heavy club attack, 19 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. For 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And for the spiked shield attack, a 19 or 18 to hit.
That is the AC, so yeah.
For 7 points of piercing damage. Down here, this guy is going to go here. And this guy is going to stay where he's at. And they're both going to throw javelins at Steve. $23 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
For 8 points of piercing damage. And his second throw, 16 to hit.
Yes.
For 6 points of piercing damage.
These little bastards are going to die.
The second guy misses with a 6. Throws his second javelin for an 18 to hit.
Oh, yeah. I'm 15.
For 7 points of piercing damage.
Oh, shit.
Is you down?
No, I'm at 10.
Okay. Well, that's still problematic. Okay. Smokey, what would you like to do? You see Steve hanging up in the air with a couple of javelins sticking out of him.
Okay, let's step over a bit. Well, actually, I can just step right over to this guy and attack with my short sword.
Yeah. You could make 2 main regular attacks and a bonus attack. And don't forget, you still get to add your hunter's mark.
Alright, 15 to hit for the first attack.
That hits.
Cool. So that's 9 points.
Okay, and you slash your way through this guy, and he goes down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You
I think
could.
I can-
Yeah, you could make it to the other guy.
Okay, I'll do it.
And so you've got another main hand attack and a bonus attack.
I got. Oh, that's better. I thought it was the 9, but it was 16.
That hits.
Yeah. For 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay. All right, and your bonus attack?
16 for that hit.
That hits.
And 6 points of piercing damage.
Oof. This guy's not feeling real great. Okay. All right. Zinquinal, what would you like to do? So, Clitoris has one right up in her face.
Right. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to book it as far as I can move toward Steve.
Okay.
And then, which I think is about here.
Yep, that looks about right.
And then cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So, Steve, that means healing energy radiates for me in an aura of a 30-foot radius. It moves and is centered around me. As a bonus action, I can heal 2d6.
So
That's
it's
much appreciated.
it's 2d6 to everybody within that 30 feet.
Yes.
That means you could get Scaly, you can get Clitoris.
Everybody.
Yeah, you can get everybody.
All right, so anybody who loses, well, I have to cast it first. Hold on, just a second. Oh, it's just an effect. So yeah, everybody gets 7 points
Excellent.
Very nice.
if you've lost them. And then,
Nice.
so it's, the healing part's the bonus action. So does that? Let's see. Until the spell ends, it's a bonus action. So is casting it an action, and then healing is bonus. But next time, how does that work? Or do I have another action?
Let me look it up.
Okay.
So let's see here.
It says casting time 1 action, and then it says as a bonus action, you can heal. Oh, but it says 1 creature in the aura.
And that's
So-
Healing Aura. Which book is that in?
Player's Handbook, page 216.
216.
Aura Vitality.
Oh, Aura. I thought it was Healing Aura, sorry. Aura Vitality. So it does require concentration. Casting time is 1 action. The aura
So it
moves
sounds
with
like,
you.
It sounds like I'm a big lying liar who lies and only Steve gets healed.
No. So it's still a 30-foot radius. You can use a bonus action to cause 1 creature in the aura,
Yeah.
including you, to regain
Okay.
2d6 hit points. So yeah, you only get to pick 1 person to get the 2d6.
But it seems like it's the most healing I can get up to Steve
Yeah, I would agree.
is to use that aura shape. So now, Steve, sorry everybody to get your hopes up. I'll run around. It follows me through the duration, so I'll just run around like a healing bunny.
Yeah, it's concentration up to 1 minute. So
Yeah.
I'm at half health, so I'm not doing too bad.
Okay.
But 7 health.
Okay, good.
okay, so that was your action and your bonus action.
And my bonus action and my movement, so I'm done.
Okay, Scaly, what would you like to do?
I will fly down 50 more feet and use the Staff of Healing to cast Mass Cure Wounds in a 30-foot radius
Okay.
at ground level. So that would be something like, hold on here.
So Steve is just out of range from you. You could get, 30-foot radius.
Yep, radius, not diameter.
Right. So 30-foot radius stops right here.
But I can put it on a point I want. It's not on me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if I put it, let's see, hold on here. Yeah. Something like right there gets everybody at ground level for 3d8.
Yeah. Well, it would get Steve, who is 10 feet up, too. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 30-foot radius sphere. So 23 points to anybody in the green ring.
There you go.
Except me, because I'm too hot.
All right.
I'll mark 5 charges off on the staff.
Yeah, that cleared all of our stuff over here.
Yep. I haven't used it often, and it refreshes a certain amount daily, so it's all fine to use it here.
Very appreciated.
And let's see, bonus, I'm still in the air. I'll cast Magic Stone on myself and save the rocks for next turn.
Okay. All right. Give me 1 moment, and I will be right back.
The staff regains at least 5 charges each dawn, so I'm not at risk of losing it or anything.
It's a good staff.
Yes. I'm a lizard with a staff. I have a broom, and I can walk on water. It's perfectly fit for everyone's druid concept.
I'm out of whiskey, so I have to drink the rum. Such is life. Okay. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do?
Well, now that I'm back to full, I'm gonna swoop down and I'm gonna stab this guy with my pitchfork.
Okay. So,
Bastard.
you're going to go like right there.
Yep. So I'm on the ground.
Okay.
Little bastard. 2-hand stab. Where's my D8? Let's see, 4. It's going to be a 25 to hit
That hits.
for 9 points of damage.
Okay, you run him through and skewer him.
He scared me.
And he goes down. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, it seems fair enough.
All right. Clitoris.
She's going to attempt to hit him with a long sword. Do a little weapon swap for the bonus. That's going to be 18 to hit.
That hits.
Let's see. Go ahead and drop a holy or divine smite on that. Knock one of those charges off. Uh, 18 points of damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
One shot at him. And he goes down. Okay. So as far as like loot, these guys don't really have much. But yeah, no, they have no coins. You see that they're carrying like some seashells, and they've got, a heavy club. Their spiked shields look like they are tortoise shells with bone spikes that have been grafted to them. But aside from that, they don't really have much of anything.
Can I tell from their handicrafts and stuff what tribe, or am I familiar with?
Yeah, they are.
How might be?
Yeah, these are from Blue Feather Tribe, which is common in this region. It may actually be the same tribe that Scaly's from.
Like, oh, that's my cousin on my mom's side.
We were nestmates. We came from adjacent eggs.
Yes. Mom laid a really big egg, and we were twins. So yeah, these look like you recognize these lizard folk, or at least you recognize the markings on them from your tribe, the Blue Feather.
Well, I left for reasons, so.
Right, you've been traveling with the humans for too long.
Yeah, lizard folk are dirty, stinky, and nasty.
So,
You know.
right, a dirty, stinky elf. So, Scaly, go ahead and make a survival check at advantage because between you've got the help action coming from Smokey. I see Smokey's camera went dark. Are you still with us?
Maybe she stepped away.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just like out of range of the camera, so I thought you wouldn't want to look at my empty chair.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I got a 21 on the survival check.
Okay.
So I didn't.
All right. So about another half day, and you make it through the marsh to Cromm's hold. I'm going to wait for it to come into focus. Come on, Roll20, you can do it. There we go. Hold on a second here. So you can zoom out and take a look at this entire map if you'd like. There is a main entrance that actually is more like a small dock where the marsh finally starts to give way to the sea. And that is here. And of course there's a couple of guards there. But everybody can make a perception check.
So, Chris, I have a question about that. I took observant as a feat, and so I have a passive perception of 21.
Uh-huh.
If I roll perception and it's lower than that,
No.
do I still get my passive?
No. So observant, so passive perception, it sometimes can apply to things like secret doors and things like that, but not usually. 99.9% of the time, it is going to apply to you seeing somebody who's using stealth.
Okay.
Usually. So the difference between passive perception and active perception, and my brother-in-law wants to argue with me about this, and there really is no argument. So passive perception, you walk into a room and you look around the room and you're like, oh, the couch is over there. There's these paintings on the wall, et cetera, et cetera. That would be passive. You're not looking for something. Active perception is I am looking for something out of place. Now, that's not to say that you're investigating. Investigating is more of a deep dive. You're pulling the cushions off the couch. You're pulling books out of the bookshelf. That would be investigation. Active perception is more like, do I see a seam in the wall that says that there is a secret door there? Do I feel a draft? I'm trying to see what's going on. And he argues that they're one and the same thing. No, they're not. So, and he should know this. He was in the Marine Corps. He should know this. When you're on guard duty, you're not relying, or you shouldn't be relying on passive perception. You're not going to just notice that somebody is sneaking up to the front gate or trying to sneak up to the fence. You are supposed to be actively looking. There's a difference. So, in this case, passive perception, like I said, occasionally if there's something like a secret door and there's an obvious wind or draft coming through or a sound, then passive perception will apply. But 99.9% of the time is determining whether or not your passive perception is higher than whatever stealth the other target made.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That would be the difference between those three. Still extremely useful. So I didn't know that you had that feat. You would have noticed those lizard folk when they were stealthed. Because they only got like a soft 20. So I didn't know that you had that feat.
Well, because that time I ruled perception well enough.
Right, yeah.
That I saw them anyway.
Right. So, let's see here. Scaly got a 24. What did Smokey get?
Shit, like under 10.
What did Zinquinal get?
I got 13.
What about Cletaris and Steve?
1 second. Steve got a set like 6, so he wasn't paying attention to shit. And Clitoris got a net 20 plus. What was her shit? You said perception, right?
Correct.
A total of 30.
Okay, so Cletaris and Scaly know that there is, from the marsh itself, there is a secret back entrance into the keep here. So, how do you guys want to go about it? I mean, you were invited, but I don't know if you want to accept that invitation and stealth your way in, or if you want to just...
I want to see the seedy underbelly of the keep.
Okay.
Or the secret way. I want to see what they don't want you to see.
Okay.
Let me check something. Hold on a second. Well, if somebody wants to do it, I can cast invisibility if one person wants to slip in the back. It lasts for an hour. If you want to go that route.
You want to split the party?
That's what I'm asking.
I can fly right up to the front door on my broom, ignoring all their preventative measures, and tell them I'm here at the request of Baroness What's-Her-Fart.
Baroness Wynne?
Windsor-Fart.
So the door that's in the back, does it go... Wait, it's right here?
Yes.
Right?
Correct.
Okay. So I could wait over there and burst in if there's trouble or something. I don't know. Or we could all go in the front. I'm not the party's smartest member, so
I don't know.
probably shouldn't make the decision.
It's up to you guys.
Sneaky.
Steve is non-tactical. He's not bright enough for all that, so he kind of goes with the flow.
So, are you all going back door, or are you splitting the party? Tassie.
I'll go be a distraction at the front if you guys want.
Okay, I'll go in back door then.
Okay.
You guys can come with me or not, either way.
Clitoris will go with Scaly, and Steve will go with Smokey.
I'll go
Okay.
with Smokey.
All right. Hold on here. Who else is going with Smokey? Cletaris?
Yeah, Clitoris.
Yeah, Clitoris is it.
Clitoris is with Scaly.
Oh, Cletaris is with Scaly. Okay.
Yeah, Steve's with Smokey.
Hold on here.
So basically, the tanks are going to the front door, and the squishies are going to the back. This is going to work out great.
I'm pretty tanky, aren't I? I don't know.
No, yeah, you could be pretty tanky.
I have found.
I don't know that I'm tanky, but if there's a certain spell I can cast that gets me to 22 AC.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I have found over the years that, I mean, all these people that complain about the Ranger class, I don't know, they must be doing something wrong, because all of the Ranger subclasses that I've ever run into, I wouldn't say that they were tanky, but they are usually some of the highest DPS dealers in the game. And so, I don't know, these guys that are, oh, Rangers are so weak, blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't know, maybe if you learn to play your class properly, you'd think differently. Yeah. Okay. So, Smokey, Steve, and Zinquinol need to make stealth checks.
Yeah, nice. Good.
17.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I got 14.
Okay.
So apparently I'm running around going, sneak, sneak.
You got your hands over your face. You can't see me. What did Smokey get?
19.
19. Okay. All right. And so, Scaly and Clitaris make perception checks.
That was working good today. 29.
Okay. So,
I'm up to 9. My perception's down now that I'm approaching the keep.
So Scaly sees nothing. Clitaris, on the other hand, sees
She
that
knows all. He sees all.
she sees that there are archers in the tower overlooking this dock, and there are everybody can see, or at least Scaly and Clitaris can see, that there are arrow slits here and here, giving a perfect vantage point to rain hell down on that dock. And you can see, Clitaris can see that there are archers in those, behind those arrow slits. And then there are these two guards here standing before a closed gate. And as you saunter up to the dock, one of the guards says, "Oi, what's your business here?"
We are here at the direction of Duchess Wynfort.
He says, "The Baroness isn't here. How can I confirm your invitation to Cromm's hold?"
I don't know. Do you want the dragon killed?
"Oh, you know about that."
No.
Doesn't everybody know about that?
So, this guard looks up at the arrow slit and he goes, and he kind of makes a circular motion with his finger, and the portcullis gate opens up, allowing you entry. Smokey, Steve, and Zinquinol, with your stealth, you can move up to your movement rate. Where do you want to go?
Before we go in, if we get caught, guys, our cover story is that we were here for a job interview in the back like janitorial, cooking. And this is where we thought we were supposed to go for our job interviews.
The loading docks.
Yeah.
I'm a registered forklift driver. Isn't this where I'm supposed to be?
We're conducting a red hat security test. Security.
That's where I'm going, in the shady corner.
Okay.
And as we enter, Steve will go ahead and cast invisibility on himself.
Okay. So Steve is invisible. And stealthy. Actually, hold on here. God damn it, roll 20. Yeah. Invisible and stealthy, while the others are just stealthy. So, Smokey, Zinquinal, and Steve, you can see that there is a pretty well-armored soldier of some type here, just kind of milling about, kind of practicing with his sword. And in the center of this place is a well. And you highly question how clean the drinking water is that comes from this well, considering that it's dug down into the same marsh that you've just been tromping through. So you're not confident, but, you know, it's probably somewhat drinkable. The other thing, Smokey, Zinquinal, and Steve, the other thing that you notice is that this door right here is, unlike the other ones, it has more of a vibe that this leads into a jail or dungeon of some type. It is a iron-bound wood door with a window, with a barred window in the top of the door, and on the inside there is a little latch that can open up. It's got like a little wooden door in the window that they can seal. But it is the only door that you've seen thus far. I mean, you can see this door up here. The other doors don't look like this. This looks like the door leading into a jail.
And we're in like courtyard?
Yeah, this is like the courtyard area. And you can hear that the front gates are being opened. You can hear the chains rattling and whatnot.
How high up are the towers? Or like the building parts?
20 feet.
Steve's gonna go ahead and fly up on top of the roof, invisible, like up there.
Okay. So from your vantage point, you can see Scaly and Clitaris entering into the courtyard. Scaly and Clitaris, you can move up to your movement to move in.
I just fly up and over the portcullis and wave at the arrow slit guys.
Okay.
Little broom flex there.
As you guys enter, this guard here, wearing the flashier type of armor, comes over and he says, I see that Baroness Wynne has hired some help, but the reality is we don't really need your kind here. I'm captain of the guard.
Isn't he worried about being canceled?
What do you mean, my kind?
You must mean competent. Our kind is competent.
Yeah.
What are we talking to?
So Cleitaris and Scaly are talking to the so-called captain of the guard, standing
I
here.
mean, what's he's
Huh?
a wizard?
Yeah, Scaly. No, the captain of the guard is a human.
Ah. Oh damn.
But yeah, he kind of looks Scaly up and down. He's like, "We don't need your kind here." And I mean adventurers. We don't need mercenaries. We have things well under control. Cleitaris and Scaly can make a perception check.
There we go. 26.
What about Cleitaris?
Perception?
Yeah.
18.
So both of you notice that the front gate, it seems both sides, and this door leading into the lower level of this, upper level of this tower, Scaly noticed that as they flew over, are scorched, and you see pit marks in the iron of the gate and on the stonework. It looks like they've been hit by acid.
I'll ask the captain how long ago did the dragon attack?
He says, "Well, it's been a couple of weeks. We haven't seen any sign of him since. I'm sure he'll be back."
Then it sounds like you do need a hardy band. We're just letting him attack. If he's attacking successfully, it seems like you need all the help you can get.
Well, Zinquinol's stealthing, so.
Yeah, but I'm not. Are we? We're just hiding in the corner still. Seems
So-
like everyone else is kind of out in the open.
So far,
You can go on in if you want.
Smokey,
That'll
we're
kind of
here
show that
behind.
that'll show they don't have stuff under control, though. If you're like, well, I just whirled straight in.
I know. Yeah,
Yes.
I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna show that there must be a flaw in the security by stepping out and making myself known.
okay, you can go ahead and move up to you. Hold on here. You can move up to your movement and reveal yourself.
Okay. Hold on just a second. Let's see, yeah. Let's see, my movement is 30. I got to measure because I'm lame. Here we go. About here. Ooh, I'm going to shout my mockery at them because I'm still sort of far enough away I can't really get in on the action.
Okay.
So, in as much of a nanny poo-poo as possible, I'm going to make myself known.
Okay. And so this captain of the guard kind of turns around and he's like, "What the? How did you get in here?"
I'm good.
I say, yeah, I'm with her, and we all could have come in any way we'd like.
I'm with her.
Steve would like to land next to the captain of the guard and just kind of lean on him, and in doing so, that will break the invisibility. I'm like, "What's up, my guy?"
Okay.
Screw the crap out of him.
Poor guy.
Just when you think you've got everything under control.
Yeah, Steve suddenly reveals himself, and you see him. The captain of the guard looks at Steve, and he says, "Oh, well, I can see that you really were hired by Baroness Wynne. I apologize. I didn't realize that we had additional forces showing up."
Damn straight.
Smokey, what are you doing? You're still stealthed.
I'm not sure I understand everyone else's plan.
So you're still stealth with a 19 stealth, and this, is a door to a jail cell of some kind.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay here for a minute.
Okay.
I still don't trust this completely for some reason.
Okay. So One moment here. So the captain of the guard invites Cleitaris, Scaly, Steve, and Zinquinal to come into the I don't know. I guess the bottom part of this tower is like a cafeteria area, mess hall, and he allows you guys to come in. There's 3 guards that are in here, kind of lounging, eating porridge in their off time. You see that over here in the in the base of the tower, there is another veteran guard who is manning the watch position for that arrow slit. And Smokey, you find that you are left in the courtyard by yourself.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Can I hear anything? Like if I put my ear against the wall, because I know I share that wall with the jail door.
Make a perception check. That's a good idea.
21.
Nice.
You can hear very faintly the sound of snoring on the other side of that wall.
Is it evil snoring?
It is evil snoring. It's the snotty, congested snoring that comes with sleeping in a swamp.
Oh, okay. So it's probably lizard folk.
I meant more, was it something evil that was snoring?
Hard to
And
tell.
then she could tell.
Hard
She
to
could
tell.
by listening to the door. That sounds like a snore with bad intentions.
I propose that's a great fantasy novel series. The Evil That Snores.
The evil that snores.
It can be about a wife who murders her husband.
It's probably my only chance to go peek in there, isn't it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, nobody's watching you from the courtyard.
Okay, I'll go peek in if I can. Let's see. What, do I get a roll of stealth or something? Or...
So, are you trying to stealthily open the door? How are you doing this?
I suppose so.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check to open that door.
17.
Okay. That's pretty stealthy. So you stealth the door open. And the first thing that you see, snoring loudly on a small cot, is a guard who is asleep. Kind of sitting behind where the door opens, you see that there is a guard who is half awake. He's supposed to be on guard. And that's what you can see. You just kind of crack the door and look in.
So they're not locked in cells, they're just sleeping in there
From just cracking the door, you can see that this jail cell, the door is closed, but the cell is empty. And you can see the corner of this cell, and you see that the cell door is closed, but that's all you can see at this point.
Okay, nothing too juicy so far. I don't want to get in huge trouble. I'm going to sneak back into the shadows.
Okay. Back over in the mess hall, the captain of the guard is offering you guys some. You're traveling through the marsh. You must be hungry. Please enjoy some of our stew.
Was it made with water from the well?
Indeed it was. Indeed it was.
I don't actually eat seafood.
Well, he says, I'm not going to lie, and no offense to your kind, there is some lizard folk in it.
I say no offense to your kind, but my kind is often cannibalistic.
Tastes like chicken. My people taste like chicken. Your people taste like pork. So yeah, he offers you some bowls of a hearty stew with mystery meat and some mystery vegetables, swamp potatoes and turnips. What are you guys doing at this point?
We're apparently getting down to the lounge music.
I guess so.
There's entertainment.
There's a piano in the mess hall.
Okay, who secretly took Bard?
Making a mental note to prepare purified food and drink for the next day.
Okay.
I'd like to cast not food poisoning on myself.
So he says we can make up some rooms for you upstairs.
I'm back.
Welcome back. He offers that he can make up 4 beds for you upstairs. They've got room for you. There's also they've got room upstairs. He tells you he says you'll want to stay out of our dungeon. We have some dangerous critters locked up in there. The Baroness hasn't decided what to do with them yet.
Someone's getting a pet.
That's kind of kinky, really.
Yep.
So, what are you doing?
I'm trying to decide if we should go meet the quote dangerous monsters.
He's adamant that you don't need to go in there. Just you can wander around, but don't go into the jails because there are some dangerous creatures in there that they would prefer to, for your own safety.
People or creatures?
He says creatures.
That sounds like some XP to me.
He says, personally, I think that Baroness Wynne is going to be keeping some kind of menagerie, but I'm not sure.
Well, I think it better for us to go get rooms and make nice, and then sneak out later to explore downstairs than anything, in my opinion, than anything else. Especially because I want to see if there are, small groups of foot soldiers who disappear around corners to tell us what's going on. So I'd like to accept the offer of quarters and go get settled in for the night.
Okay.
And then do some late night exploring.
Okay. So I'm going to just copy you guys. Oh, that doesn't really work.
And as we leave the mess hall to go upstairs to rooms, I'm going to very loudly shout how nice it is that they are giving us rooms upstairs so that Smokey knows where we're going. Since I go camping.
Smokey, you're inside. Smokey's far enough away that she wouldn't hear it, but he takes you up these stairs here.
Oh, darn. I was hoping we had to cross the courtyard to go upstairs to get there.
And he takes you up to 2nd level. Hold on a moment here. I have to reveal guys as you make it up. So you come up these stairs. On the top parapet over the gate or over the dock area, you can see that there is another guard who's standing guard on the wall here. And of course, there's a guard upstairs here at the top level arrow slit, and he leads you through this door. And there's a guard another veteran guard in here that seems to be going over at the table. He's going over a fairly roughly drawn, sketched map of the Lizard Marsh. Seems like he's trying to look busier than he really is. He's making it appear that he's forming some kind of battle plan. He leads you out this door, and across the parapets, there is a guard here. Stairwell that goes down, down underneath the stairwell. You can realize that is over the secret entrance that some of you came in, and he leads you into this room. Here, and tells you 2 of you can have a bed here. There's another door, and he leads you over to the other tower, and he says, here's a room with 3 beds that you can bed down in. It's later it's now, the sun is setting, it's later in the evening. It is winter, so more of the insects that are still, they're fewer and farther between, but there's still some. It's night, so they're starting to come out. But aside from that, you're hearing the sounds of crickets from the swamp, the occasional thump and splash of something. And I will put you guys up here. I don't know why these are coming out quite so small. Oh, that's the wrong layer. That's...
All right, guys, I have to apologize. I was hoping Weebin would make it back in time. I'm actually on vacation and am going to need to duck out.
Okay, that's fine.
And I was hoping that Weebin would be here to like magically sort of be the body that takes my place, but I can't wait to see if he turns up any longer. So I have to go.
Okay.
Sorry.
Enjoy your vacation.
I will. It is gorgeously sunny and the swimming pool is calling my name.
I hear that.
All right. Take care, guys.
Talk to you soon. There's Scaly.
I want to ask the guard if he has a empty barrel that I could prepare some clean water for them.
Yeah, he can provide you with he thanks you that the guard here would appreciate some clean water to drink. He says, could you make enough that maybe we could, a couple of us could have a hot bath?
I can use all 4 of my first level spell slots and make 40 gallons of clean water in a fresh barrel.
Well, all right. He's like, too bad you don't have an alchemy jug. We could really use some mayonnaise.
A spice bag. We can make some paprika.
So the 3 of you are, well, since there's only 3 of you left, I suppose we can all put you in the northwest tower. But not this guy. Fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm. And if you'll collect all their filled barrels within a 5-foot area, I'll purify stuff tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Yeah, he agrees to that, and he goes and he collects some barrels. He goes down this stairwell here, goes and collects some barrels, and brings you up 4 barrels that they have available.
Well, the test for tomorrow will be filled barrels from the well that I'll purify. I can purify more than I can create.
Okay. So then he just goes ahead and he leaves some barrels near the well for you to work on tomorrow when you awake. And the keep kind of goes into nighttime sleep mode. They kind of change their guard around a bit. I'm moving these guys to show that they're sleeping. I'm moving them 2 beds. Meanwhile, down on the first floor, we still have Smokey. And let me... Sorry, I'm just trying to clean up a bit here.
When we went across, was there any point that I could see Smokey when we were moving about the place?
What's your passive perception?
Oh, my passive is crap. It's 10, but I knew Smokey was there because that's where I left Smokey.
Right, but then she started to move about. So you're not sure at this point where she went. Your guess is as good as anybody's. This guy, oops. Smokey, you see the guard in the jail exit the jail door, and he goes over and goes into this door, and you can see that the keep itself is starting to go into, a nighttime mode. There is a lesser guard that's being shown as these guys are kind of going to sleep. However, you'd also see three more guards come out of the jail and kind of milling about the well, going about their business. So you see three more guards come out of this jail. You didn't see anything more than one guard sleeping and one guard standing. So there must be something more in that room.
Okay. That's a lot of guys to kill by myself.
Well, you don't know. There may not be many more people in that jail at this point.
Yeah. Is there going to be any chance tonight, you think, where I could sneak back in, or are they all going to be hanging out in the courtyard mainly?
Well, you saw four come out. One went into the other side of the keep. There's a very good possibility that you could sneak back in at this point, and if you're careful and quiet, deal with anybody that's left in there. I mean, the keep's not that big, so
it's a mystery.
What would you like to do?
Maybe I'm gonna go camp outside.
Okay.
And tell the rest of the party what I saw tomorrow.
Okay. All right, so you jet on outside and kind of make camp in the swamp for the night. Make a survival check.
Soft 20.
So you make
Eaten by mosquitoes.
yes, you make a cold, wet camp with no campfire because you don't want anybody to see it. So it is a cold, wet night, and long about 2:00 in the morning, you hear some rustling in the reeds moving towards your camp. It doesn't appear that they're attempting to be too stealthy. Almost like they want you to know that they're coming towards your camp.
Ooh, who is it?
Coming out of the reeds, you see two lizard folk. One of them looks different than the lizard folk that you were fighting. One of them looks like a standard lizard folk warrior. The other one is carrying a staff and that's got blue feathers hanging from the top of it and some like beads, and he's got like a small or like a headdress of blue feathers. You see that around his neck he has a necklace of black dragon scales.
Ooh.
And he steps forward and in faltering common holds up his hand and says, "Do not be alarmed. We do not come to attack. We come in peace."
Well, that's nice.
He says, "I'm not sure why you have come to Cromm's Hold, but I can almost guarantee that you have come here under false pretenses."
I knew it.
He says, "Oh man, what's this guy's name?" He says, "The great black dragon that runs this realm actually has a truce to not attack Cromm's Hold. However, one of his hatchlings may have made a deal with Baroness Wynne. They're trying to force an assault on my people. We do not wish that. We wish to live in peace in the marsh. I can see that this war would end badly for my people."
So, does someone need to take care of the hatchling, or what should we do about it?
He says, "We believe that we can handle the hatchling. I think of more importance to you is that my scouts have witnessed the delivery of another human to Cromm's Hold in chains."
Why are they delivering humans in chains?
We do not know. It is our estimate that from the way that she was dressed, we believe it to be a human female, and we believe her to be of a highborn birth.
When did they deliver her? Was it before we got here?
He says that this happened actually, he says, how does he put it? He says it happened many seasons in the past. At least 15 seasons.
All right. I believe what they have to say. And I'll work on it more in the morning.
He says, we do not know what happened to her, but we believe that she may be the key to all of this.
I wish I knew what the... No, wait, I do know what the Duchess looks like.
Yeah.
Can I describe that to him and be like, is it her? He might not know. They might all kind of look alike to them.
Make a performance check.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And charades.
7.
Well, he got a 2 on his insight check. He says, so you described Duchess Morwen Daggerford as you know her. And he says, this human that was delivered has the hair the color of straw as you describe, but she was not wearing any armor.
Okay. So maybe not.
Pretty much whenever you have seen, or Morwen Daggerford is more of a martial type person. Whenever she's seen in public, she's usually wearing plate armor. He tells you that this is not the case, that she was wearing just a simple frock.
Okay. But it's somebody with blonde hair.
Yes.
Is all we know.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's good information. Is there like a way for us to come talk to this guy again without getting attacked? Can he like show me like a map of where to go so people?
He emphasizes that he is here by himself. And it would be dangerous for you to attempt to approach him or the tribe. Not everyone in the Blue Feather thinks the way he does.
Gotcha. Okay.
He says, he basically explains that most of the tribe, they don't believe. Most of the tribe doesn't believe like there are other races. There are lizard folk and there are food.
Oh, crap. We can't even send a flying snake then and it'll get eaten.
Right.
Okay. Crap. Well, alright. Can you at least tell me where the naughty dragon is?
He draws out a rough map leading from a rock that he has depicted as Cromm's Hold. It gives you a general area where this young dragon's lair is, but he tells you that that he doesn't recommend going there either. Many of the Blue Feather tribe also kind of worship this black dragon.
I mostly want to see if she's going to send us after the same one or not, or if there's any way to tell when they get up in the morning. Like, if they get sent totally somewhere else, then that's like, that kind of gives some weight to what he's telling me.
Right. All right. So,
I'll do my best, but no, they seem sincere.
Back to floor 2. The next morning, you guys wake up, still no sign of Smokey. What are you guys in the tower doing? As you wake up for the morning.
I will venture out in the courtyard just to see if maybe I spot Smokey.
Okay.
Like, I'll be actively looking.
Okay. What about Clitaris and Scaly?
I will walk the upper parapets, and with 60 feet out of telepathy, I'll in essence, it'll be like calling out, knowing I won't see Smokey, but repeating what we've learned with my broadcast telepathy to Smokey.
So, are you going to the north or south side of the parapets?
As I'm walking, I'm just repeating it.
Okay.
With telepathy, like I'm taking in the sights, walking the edge.
So, Smokey, you get a telepathic message. Here is where Scaly is, and Scaly gets a response from Smokey.
Actually, it's one way, so I don't hear back. I just know if she's within 60 feet, in essence, she'll hear.
Yes.
Oh,
I
also,
can send my Tressum up there, though, right?
You could. I mean, the
Yeah.
Tressum can't talk, but
when
Yeah.
when Steve splits with Scaly, he'll cast the cantrip message so we can communicate back and forth between the two of us.
okay. So you and Clitoris go down to the courtyard.
Yep.
So the Tressum will have a note attached to it. It just says, "Went camping."
No, I'll share that from the message channel that Smokey's out there, and I'd imagine we'll get more connections soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get this place, though. Not at all.
So through the message, Smokey, you can now tell them everything that you've learned.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay.
Yeah, this place, there's something weird about it. I don't know how much the guards know, but it's not good.
I'll share that as I'm reading the Tressum's note.
Okay. So what is your plan at this point? Now you know, so 15 seasons ago, you can roughly determine that that's, about 5 years ago, maybe a little more, that this, evidently, according to what the lizard folk believe, this shaman believes is a high-profile prisoner and was brought to the keep. They don't know what happened to her.
Does that jive with when Daggerford started going downhill, or is that much sooner?
It jives with when Maldwyn, the Duke, was killed by the Pit Fiend. There have been a couple of weird instances. There was a group of adventurers that in that time period, shortly after, probably about 4 years ago, there was a group of adventurers that went missing on a werewolf hunt. There was a couple of other odd occurrences. There was a public hanging of a Red Wizard of Thay. There's been a couple of weird things that have happened in the last 5 years at Daggerford, but nothing like what's going on in the past couple of months since Baroness Wynne has been supposedly making the trips every so often back and forth to Daggerford.
Yeah, this sounds like a big ass coup taking over the land. There's some bad shit going down.
So, Smokey, do you want to sneak back in?
No, I want them to be told where they should look for the dragon and then come find me and compare notes.
Okay.
It's probably better if they don't know about me, because then I can sneak in later if necessary.
Okay. So you guys kind of go out and survey around, and you can see there are numerous places where this dragon, clearly, you're assuming that it's a dragon attack. You're seeing pitting and whatnot on the stonework of Cromm's Hold. But Clitaris can make a perception check with advantage because she's a paladin. So she can make a perception check with advantage.
Let's see. What we got? 16.
So on her 16, she can see where this damage has been done, but it doesn't mesh with a tactical attack. It looks like the damage that has been done was done just to show that there was damage. She doesn't see any advantage to where these marks are. They look random, like they're trying to be shown off that there was an attack here.
So basically staged it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. This looks like a false attack to her.
She will tell that to Steve, and Steve will broadcast that to Scaly.
Okay. So as you're out, your excuse is to the guard that you're out examining the damage of this castle. And while you're out moving around the swamp, you meet up with Smokey, who is camped out in the marsh. And in the mud you can see that there's this rough map of where this young black dragon is supposed to be. And it's probably about 3 miles from Cromm's Hold. It's not terribly far away. And you're estimating it could be, there's no scale on this map in the mud, but you're estimating it's probably about 3 miles, maybe more.
Is that where the guards want them to go or not?
The guards haven't specified where to go.
Okay. They're just, okay. So when the guards do tell them where to go.
Yes, Steve, should we tell the guards we're ready to set out against the dragon and see what they tell us?
I need to tell them too that the only thing I saw coming out of the jail was guards, so I don't know what they're talking about with like creatures being in there.
Nah, that's something else. So, do you want Scaly, Clitaris, and Steve to go back in and tell the captain of the guard that you're basically going out to... that's the wrong guard. Going out to... I don't know, hunt the dragon? What do you want to do? There he is.
Yeah, go see if you can find out more, and I'll stay like sort of near the keep. So if you broadcast anything like help, I'll bust in there from the side door.
So are we calling them on bullshit? Like, what? How do you want to approach this?
I don't know if we should press the dragon question or the prisoner question first. What do you want to do, Steve?
Oh, shit. 50-50? Throw or die?
Sure. Roll it.
I say we do it, whatever it is we're doing.
Oh, we got a third person. We have a tiebreaker.
I don't know what's going on. We should do it.
All right. Give me 1 second. I need water.
much we can really get from him from the dragon issue is the fake attack, and then do we have an idea of who the prisoner is yet, or we just know it's somebody important?
Well, I think the case is building that it's the Duchess, and she's been impersonated since, but that is longer ago than we thought the conspiracy went.
Yeah, something's going on here that's weird, for sure.
I kind of see either conversation's going to end in a fight, so I don't think we'll be able to get both answered right away. Because we call them out on the bullshit, I have a feeling they're going to attack us.
Sure.
Well, if they tell you to go fight a dragon somewhere other than where we were told they are by the lizard folk, then we know that's probably not true. So you could ask that first. And then you could ask, like, more about what exactly is in the jail, since the only thing that's gone in or out has been guards so far.
That sounds like a reasonable course of action.
And I can start with detect thoughts before we start the questioning, so we've got a minute of questioning that you could lead the thought process with questions.
And I'll be nearby to question and surprise, and it'll be good.
All right, so what have you guys decided to do?
I guess we're going to go talk to him and ask him about a dragon, then ask him about a prisoner.
Okay, so you're opening with the dragon. Who
I'll
is...
cast detect thoughts before we start.
Okay.
And then I'll be watching for his reaction to the questioning.
Okay. So who's going to ask the question?
I got good intimidation, bad persuasion. Well, my persuasion's a 4, so I would suggest start with persuasion. Do you have a better one than that, Scaly? Than a 4?
Oh no, my persuasion is 1. I have garbage charisma.
The lizard folk is not the person to be asking to persuade him. His smile is impressive.
So, yeah, I'll go ahead and start with, I guess, the persuasion and start talking to him about... So I see the damage from the dragon. Can you tell me exactly how that fight went down? Like trying to subtly get him to slip.
Okay. He tells you, the wicked creature came at us from... It seemed like he came at us from all sides, attacking randomly. Luckily, we didn't lose very many people in the attack.
Insight check, I guess?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
18?
Okay.
And his wisdom save DC 15 on detect thoughts.
So he gets a nat 20 on his deception check. But for his wisdom check, he only gets a 7. And Scaly, your detect thoughts on him is he's thinking, his surface thoughts are that he hopes that you're not on to what's going on.
Should I just push his button? You guys want me to challenge him?
I'll give you a look of probably.
I say we do know exactly what's going on, so you better cough it all up.
The jig's up, see?
He starts to answer and is interrupted by the gates being opened. And in struts Baroness Wynne. And she claps her hands together and she says, "Oh, good, you're all here." And she says, "Now I can deal with your meddling all at once." Everybody make a perception check. Hold on here. Oh, Scaly got it.
Scaly's been rocking the perception rolls except for that one, but he's been
pretty solid.
Oh, that's going to be a soft 20 for Clitoris and a... Oh, well, fine. He beat you then.
Smokey, you can make the perception check as well.
I did poorly.
Okay.
I got a 19.
Okay. So, Baroness Wynne says that she can deal with all of your meddling at once, and you see on the horizon, or up on the sky, on the horizon, you see a black shape flying, getting closer and closer. And it initially, when you see it, you're like, "Oh shit, that's a black dragon." As it gets closer, though, it changes.
Does it become an elf?
Does not become an elf.
Oh, well. I can dream.
It becomes... Hold on a moment. That looks good. Hold on, I'm trying to mark places in the book here. It changes and it lands. And it has changed from a black dragon into a chain devil.
Exciting.
Hold on here, let me... Seeing this, the guards, the regular guards, are like terrified and run away. But the captain of the guard and the veterans stay. And everybody can roll initiative. Oh, God, that's awful. Well, you're not going to have to worry about the chain devil too much. Oops. Wrong one. Oh, God. This is terrible. Okay. Try to make some sense out of this. Between Steve and Smokey, which one of you wants to go first?
Either way.
You can go first.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So, Clitaris, you see this chain devil show up. What was first a young black dragon has now changed it into a chain devil. What would you like to do?
Good.
So there's a chain devil?
Correct. I think that as a paladin, you can't stand for it to live.
Do I have what's left still?
Yeah, we get a full night rest.
Oh, good.
You're completely good.
Yep, you're all stocked up on hit points and spell slots.
Not my character. I'm not.
Right. Yeah, no, you're hurting.
Yes, yes I am. Where's me? Is that me?
Smart that is.
And how hard would it be to run up to him and smite his ass?
I would say that you can get up to the chain devil, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to quibble about 3 feet.
Oh my goodness. This is not working. Okay.
Is the guard people on our side or not our side?
They are like on they're on their side. They're like, fuck this, we're out. You could hear some of them jump off the 20-foot parapet. They're like, we want out of this castle.
Oh, so no attack of opportunities from them?
No, they run away. This guard is staying to a fight, and this the captain is staying to fight. I suppose the veteran can get an attack of opportunity on Clitaris if she wants to take that. It's up to her.
Sure.
All right. So he is going to make a longsword attack. Ah, fuck. And he screws that up royally. And slips in the mud and falls prone.
I know how that feels.
Oh, okay. So, Clitaris, what would you like to do?
So I'm going to do the thing where I attack the guy in parking lots. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
Yay! Then I'm going to smite his face. And he's a fiend, yeah?
He is.
So that's an extra D8. I'll use a second up slot, multiple slots.
The second level should be 3 more D8. 2 for base plus 1.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 48. 1, 2, 6. So 22 smiting.
Okay. You get another attack.
Okay. Uh, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Does he look like he can take another smiting?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
And that'll be 23 with a smite.
Okay. All right.
Smited.
Yes, smoot.
Now, I'm sorry. Is your sword magical?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So +1?
No, I guess so.
Yeah, probably not a +1. Okay. No, that's fine. So for future reference, when attacking the devil, if you're not using a magical weapon, and this is my fault, give me the damage separately, because he's got resistance to non-magical attacks not made with silvered weapons. So, bonus action. Anything?
No.
Okay. So the captain of the guard, this guy, is going to step here, and he is going to swing on Steve. He gets to make 3 attacks with his spear. Oh, he can also shield bash. He's going to open up with a shield bash. Well, 16 to hit. Does I assume 16 hits Steve?
Yes, it does.
So Steve, you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and you need to make a DC 15 strength saving throw.
Strength, you say?
Yes.
It's 16.
Okay, so you do not get pushed and fall prone. He's then going to make 2 spear attacks.
On that first hit, Steve's going to say ow and do a hellish rebuke.
Okay.
That really hurt.
Okay, so he gets a dex save. Then he's going to
14.
fail with a 10.
Let's see, where's some 10s? 11 damage.
Okay. All right, and then he will make his 2 spear attacks. 12 is probably going to miss you. Ugh.
Yes.
And an 11 is probably going to miss you.
Yes.
All right.
But ow.
Why'd you gotta hit me with that big plank? Scaly, what would you like to do?
I'll fly for my normal 50 feet up to 100 feet and moonbeam the devil and the Baroness.
Okay.
Hold on here. That's not what I want. I want circle. And so circle will be like that. And moonbeam at 3rd level will be that.
So they will take damage when they start their turn in that.
Yep.
Anything with your bonus action? Anything else?
I will bonus action cast Magic Stone ready for next round if I feel like it.
Okay. Steve the Devil, what would you like to do? Honestly, the captain of the guard is kind of the more dangerous threat even than the devil.
Let's see. First, I don't want to play for this. We'll do 5-foot step back. I guess that would be more 5-foot step.
So he would get an attack of opportunity if you do that.
Yeah, at this point, that's probably not going to be avoided.
Okay. $25 to hit.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. And for reference, I make a telepathic shout to Smokey that it's all gone to shit.
Oh, I'm sure she can hear. It's not like the Chain Devil's quiet. 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, these guys hit hard. All right. And for my turn, I will hit him with Eldritch Blast. We'll get 2 of those. Good. 13 hit? I doubt it.
It does not.
How about 15?
Both miss. He holds his shield up, and both your Eldritch Blasts bounce off of his shield.
I go, shit. And 5-foot step. Steve will fly over here and go up 10 feet.
Okay.
Put some little wings. That looks good enough. All right.
Okay. Smokey, you can hear that there's all sorts of shit going on coming from the secret passage into the back of the keep. What do you want to do? You're still stealthed.
Okay. I don't know what advantage that is with me.
Well, it give you if you use your bow, you can come in and make a attack with advantage.
Okay. I think I should do that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a place where I can shoot at.
You could make it to here and make an attack either on the captain or on the veteran.
About 90 minutes and the meat will be ready. I'm not expecting you having them.
I will attack the captain then.
Okay. You have advantage on your first attack.
18.
That hits.
I should probably put Hunter's Mark on as a bonus.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Get that extra D6 in there.
Okay. God damn it. That's 4 altogether.
Oh, shit. Your next attack.
12?
Nope.
Damn.
Now he knows where you're at. An arrow, he holds his shield up and an arrow hits his shield.
And now it seems like a random bugbear has wandered in and decided to fight. You know what to do.
So you are no longer stealthed.
Yeah.
Okay. The veteran guard. Veteran. He's probably going to go for the easier target. First of all, he's going to stand up and say something about how he meant to do that. And then he's going to make 2 longsword attacks on Cleitaris. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
For 9 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
And then the second attack, he misses with a 7.
I'm not a fan. I at least hit with both of my attacks.
Baroness Wynne, go ahead. Oh, well, first of all, she needs to make her Constitution save. $19 to save, so she'll take half damage from Moonbeam. So how much damage does she take?
Half of 18.
Okay.
Are either of them shape changers? They make their save at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
Okay. She is going to go here and attack Cleitaris. With her greatsword. I mean, personally, I think they're all great, but... Oh, fuck. She overswings and her sword gets stuck in the well. Cleitaris, you can make an attack of opportunity if you would like.
That's sad she dropped her weapon down the well.
Well, she didn't drop it down the well. It just gets stuck in the stonework on the lip of the well.
It's still funny.
22.
That hits.
For 9 damage.
Okay. And her second attack is used to free her sword. That's what Baroness Wynne can do. The Chain Devil. Ugh. Let's see, what is his range? 10 feet. Well, first of all, he needs to make a con save. $25 to save. So
So he takes 9.
Okay.
9 radiant.
Okay. Okay, and he is going to step here and attack Cleitaris. Oh, this will be fun. Okay, so. Misses with his first chain attack. Shit! Misses with his second chain attack and ends up grappling the well. Overshoots, and one of his chains gets stuck in the well. That well is becoming problematic. And we will pick up next week with Cletaris starting the attack round, and we will pick up there.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
See you next week.
Yep, have a good one, guys.